Welcome to my episode 5 review of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now this episode was actually kind of chill compared to the last two episodes. This episode featured Lana and her Pokemon Popplio, so if you're Team Popplio, if Popplio is your boy, then you'll definitely like this episode just like I did. So the episode starts off with Ash leaving Kukui's house to go to the Pokemon school. Now one question I do have is that why does Ash go to school earlier than Kukui? I mean, if Kukui is the teacher of the classroom, which he is, and Ash lives with Kukui, why don't they just go to school together? It doesn't really make sense that Ash has to leave earlier. But, for plot purposes, I guess, Ash going to school by himself would be better. And, we see Rotom and Pikachu with him, and I have to say that Rotom is definitely going to be my favorite character in this show. I mean, he's so cute and he's witty as well. If you play the games, you know how witty Rotom can be. He's such a great addition to Sun and Moon, so I think he'll be way better than Pikachu in this anime. That's how I'm feeling about it. So Ash goes to school, says alola to everyone, and we see Rowlet is actually sleeping in his bag, and he falls out. So, very interesting scenarios here. I think that this Rowlet in the Ash's school bag is going to be a running gag with the show, and there's a lot more running gags in this episode we'll see later on. But yeah, since he is going to Pokemon school, I don't think that Rowlet will evolve, because if he evolves, then he'll be too big to, sleep in Ash's bag. So I'm just guessing this might be like best wishes kind of a deal where he might get all the starters and they stay in their first form states. Anyways, after Kukui teaches his lesson at the Pokemon school, he tells the class that they're going to go fishing the next day. So Ash, I guess, knows nothing about fishing, so he asks Lana for, some lessons or some tips about fishing, which is kind of weird because fishing has been I think fishing has been there since the beginning in the Pokemon series as a whole. So I don't know why Ash wouldn't know about fishing. It's kind of weird. I don't know in previous episodes if he did fish, but in this series apparently he doesn't know about fishing, so he has to consult Lana, the fishing expert, the water type expert. And while they're strolling around the beach, we actually get a flashback of how Lana met Popplio. So apparently Popplio was being bullied by a bunch of Team Skull dudes, and Lana saved it by using her ride Pokemon, her Lapras, to freeze Team Skull and then catch Popplio with their fishing rod, then bring him to a Pokemon Center and heal him up. And afterwards, they were best buddies. So that's a nice touch. We get a little bit of backstory about Lana, a little bit of backstory about how she met Popplio. And Popplio here showcases his talent. If you know from the games, Popplio loves to blow water bubbles. And in this episode, he shows the ability, I guess maybe he's different from other Popplio, that he can blow extremely large water bubbles. Because I haven't read the subs. I've only watched the raw version. The subs come out like a day or two later, so I just watched the raw first. But Rotom, I think he mentions that the water bubble is way more higher because you see the number going up. I think Rotom says that Popplio's water bottle is way bigger than what normal Popplio can blow. So that's an interesting feature for Lana's Popplio. Then we see Team Rocket doing their sneaky stalking Ash. And they come up with a brilliant idea to steal all the Ride Lapras so they can freeze Ash and his friends and steal Pikachu. And at this moment, when I saw Meowth, I had a feeling that later on in future episodes, we definitely need to see an episode where Meowth meets an Alola Meowth, because when you see Meowth and he's in Alola, he's not in Alola Meowth, so he's obviously from another region. And it'd be really cool to see Meowth with an Alolan Meowth, interacting with each other. I think that would make a pretty funny episode. So anyways, Ash and Lana, they both go to Lana's house, I guess to meet her siblings, and we actually get a kind of a shipping scene where her little sister has asked her if Ash is her boyfriend, and she blushes up and refuses profusely. That was a really nice scene. It actually begs the question that if we're actually going to get 3 ships in this anime, because usually there's one main heroine, and Ash just came off from X and Y where we had Serena, probably the best ship of this Pokemon series, the anime. But since we have 3 main characters, we have Lily, we have Lana, and we have Malo, we might get shipping moments from all 3 of these girls. So, Ash might have a harem on his hands. I don't know, we'll see. Pokemon, they certainly know how to bring out the shipping fans, for each and every iteration of the anime. Anyway, it's the next day and they're out to get ready to go fishing, and we see Lily, and she's actually in like a water suit to protect herself because she's still afraid of catching Pokemon. So that's going to be a running gag. That was pretty funny right there. She looks like she's off to go to space or something. So the whole class goes out on a Lapras, and they each go out with their fishing rods and do some fishing. Of course, Lana, being the water type expert, catches a lot of Pokemon, and the rest of the group had no luck catching any type of water Pokemon. Ash, being the dunce he is, he's not able to catch a single Pokemon. Even Pikachu was able to catch a Pokemon. He was able to catch a Magikarp. So, Pikachu is better than all the other students at fishing Pokemon. And there was this one scene where Lily actually was reeling in on Milotic, and Ash was going in to help, and he just got bodied. Like, he jumped up, and the Milotic just killed him. I mean, R.I.P. to this man right here. Ash is dead after that incident. So afterwards, they finished fishing. Rowlet is actually sleeping on the Lapras ride, and he's actually still asleep, and Ash forgets to bring him over, and Team Rocket, they use a net to actually fish up all the Lapras, which included Rowlet as well. So, obviously, they have to save the day, so Ash uses Iron Tail to break the net, which releases all the Lapras, but all the Lapras start falling, and they're about to collide with a bunch of sharp rocks. But, Lana saves the day with her Popplio. That's my boy Popplio. He blows a super large water bubble and uses it as a cushion to save all of the Lapras, and they all fall into the water safely. Afterwards, Jessie sends out her Mimikyu, but they get defeated by Lana's Popplio, and Rowlet finishes the job, and it looks like Team Rocket is going to blast off again, but they actually fall down. And this is the funniest part. The Bewear, this nigga just ran across the water. He ran on the surface of the water just to catch Team Rocket and to take them away. So that is the new running gag. Team Rocket is not blasting off again. They actually, instead of blasting off, they have a Bewear catch them and then take them away back to their den. So that is a really cool addition. I really like that moment. That's probably one of my favorite things in anime. Not blasting off again, but actually, getting rescued by Bewear. That is a true homie right there. So if this is going to be a running gag, I'm not sure if Jessie or James are going to catch it, because if they catch it in a Pokeball, then Bewear won't be able to save it. So I'm assuming that Bewear is just going to be their caretaker, their savior for every single episode. And yeah, that was the end of the episode. A pretty good episode. It looks like we're probably going to have more of these episodes. Like next episode, we're going to feature the electric type dude. I think his name's Sophocles with his Tojimaru. So I guess we'll probably have an episode or 2 featuring every single classmate. So we get some development for them. But overall, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. It was pretty funny. It was great to see my boy Popplio, get some love, because we know that everyone doesn't like Popplio, but I don't care. I love Popplio. I'm Team Popplio. And the Bewear scene just speaks for itself. It was a really great episode. So anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.